You guys know I love to bake this time of year, so we are on number 10 of the 12 healthier treats of Christmas, and you can get all of those on our website, which is pretty cool. So this one is Hot Cocoa Cupcakes with a Peppermint Whipped Cream. It's kind of my answer to growing up. I was almost raised this time of year on peppermint sundaes. Then my mom would drizzle hot chocolate fudge sauce on top. So this is my healthier spin of that very thing. They're gluten-free, but they don't taste like it, and I think you're gonna love them. So start off with an egg in a bowl. You don't even need a beater or mixers for this, just a whisk or a fork, either one. Now we're not gonna sweeten it with any refined sugar. I'm just using raw local honey. And I love to pick up local honey during the summer at farmers markets and then use it all throughout the year, but use whatever you've got on hand. Now, the next ingredient is Greek yogurt. So that can be vanilla Greek yogurt. It could be a non-fat, 2%, whole, whatever you want. But Greek yogurt is thick, rich because it's had extra liquid strained out. So it's higher in protein and calcium. So we'll go ahead and whisk that in. Then a little bit of applesauce, about 1/4 of a cup. I use unsweetened applesauce. People have asked me if they didn't have applesauce on hand, if they could just use more yogurt. You sure can. I just like the texture that the mix of those two produce. Then a good dash of real vanilla extract. Get the real stuff if you can. Now, another beautiful thing about this recipe is you don't need to mix it in 2 different bowls. Sometimes you do the wet and the dry and add the 2. Forget that. I'm all about simplicity. So we're gonna add now all of the dry ingredients right on top of the wet, okay? So I am using oat flour, and oat flour is just ground down whole oats. That's all I did. I put my oats in the food processor, let it whirl for about 30 seconds, and you have oat flour. So remember from last time, those oats are gonna help lower your cholesterol, help you have a healthy cholesterol. They're gluten-free. I think they're super delicious and filling. And once you make the switch, I don't think you'll go back. So I don't use any white flour. Then you just saw me put in cocoa powder. So that's unsweetened cocoa powder. Lots of good antioxidants and even fiber in that. Then some baking powder, baking soda, and a dash of salt. You're seeing all the ingredients right now. And we'll also just go ahead and throw in those dark chocolate chips. Right now we'll fold all of that together. And again, with a lot of my recipes, especially the baking ones, I think you're gonna look at it as you're mixing it and go, Nessa, I think you failed me. It's too thin. Well, remember, those oats and that chocolate are a lot of fiber. So they're just gonna give them a second, keep stirring, have faith in me, and you're gonna see the recipe go gung, 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 and get thicker and thicker, almost to a cupcake-like batter. At this point, you're done. How about that? Now, you want your oven to 350, and then I just greased 12-count muffin tin and plop that batter right into each one of the muffin tins. Bake it for about 15 minutes. Now let me just warn you, these aren't gonna rise exactly the same way that cupcakes would. They're a little bit more dense. And I think for that reason, they're even better. But when you get them out of the oven, let them cool just a little bit. Go ahead and eat them at this point if you want. They're gonna be gooey, delicious on the inside. Mike, come on over here because I wanna show you something really cool. So I've got them finished right here. But I love to use, I use like True Whip or coconut whipped cream. It's like a healthier version. This is no high fructose corn syrup, no GMO, all that stuff we know we're not supposed to have, but we're not sure why, right? So here's what I do. I take one of those, let it thaw, put in just a dash of peppermint extract. Like, I mean, just a dash, because it's gonna open up all your nasal passages if you put in too much, okay? We don't want it to taste like a cough drop. We just want, do you like peppermint?
I do.
Okay, that was like an up,
well,
I do, like it was a question. It's fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you like it with chocolate? Is it better?
I do.
Okay, he does. Here's a fork, so you can go ahead and dig into one of those.
One of these?
Yeah, so this is the peppermint whipped cream, everyone. And so what I like to do is we grab this, take our little, it's kind of more like a brownie consistency than a cupcake. Does that make sense? Do you like it?
You can taste it.
And then put the whipped cream on top. Just go ahead and dollop a bunch on there. And then one of those old-fashioned peppermint sticks. Ta-da! And you've got something great to take to the party or whatever.
And healthy.
Yeah, exactly right. Or you can make a cinnamon version, whatever you want to do. You could do this recipe, but there it is.